up, Ram fam? Welcome to the second episode of shepNews. I'm Marie Martin, and today we have an interview with one of our very own Shepherd professors, followed by a public service announcement, and ending with a special visit from the birthday clown. Let's get on with the show. Are you a Shepherd student looking to get a leg up on your resume and improve your professional writing skills? Well, the English department has certificates available just for that. Available for both English majors and non-English major students, this certificate program teaches students the writing techniques they will need to know for the professional world. To talk further about the certificate program, we are joined by Dr. Heidi Hanrahan, a professor in the English department and the coordinator of rhetoric and composition. What exactly is the new English certificate program, and how does it differ from a minor or major?
That's a good question. We have 3 certificates that we're offering. Each of them are 12 credits each. They are in professional writing and design, writing in the workplace, and writing for the professions. Those all sound kind of similar, but we can talk about what makes them different. A certificate is a lot like a minor in that it's smaller than a major, but certificates are a way to tell employers, I've been trained with this skill set. And for some strange reason, employers right now are responding better to, I have a certificate in this, to I have a minor in this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the other thing about about a certificate is that you can double dip quite easily between the classes you're taking for your major and your minor, and they also count towards the certificate. Here's what I mean by that. It's very possible that you, with the coursework you've completed so far, are 75% done with one of these certificates. You just don't know it. And you might look at our list of courses and go, oh, I can do this if I just take 2 more English classes. There it is. So that's kind of what makes them, well, that's a big part of what makes them so appealing.
How long does it typically take for a student to complete it?
My guess would be that most students would start working on these in their sophomore year, and then they could finish them quite quickly. The thing is, there are a few of the classes that only come up every 2 or 3 semesters, so you might want to talk with your advisor about planning, and you might want to talk with someone in the English program about when, for instance, our course in professional writing is going to be offered.
Okay.
So, yeah, don't let the time be the obstacle.
Why did Shepherd decide to launch this program now?
I think it's worth pointing out that the English program has been thinking about doing something like this for a long time. Well, we also keep hearing from people out in the workforce that they can never get enough employees who have good writing skills. I also want to be clear, I can go on and on about how bad AI is, but I also think AI, especially generative AI, is a bubble. And we're putting too many eggs in that basket. And when I'm going to mix metaphors here, sort of, maybe not. When that basket drops and all the eggs are shattered, the people who will still be able to get work are people who can do reading, writing, research, and critical thinking. So no matter your major, this certificate is something that will tell employers, I can do what you need me to do.
Who do you see as the ideal candidate for this program? Can non-English majors complete it?
We designed these more or less for the non-majors. One of the certificates, the one that is called Writing for the Professions, is the most English major focused. That is, all of the classes, or English minor focused. All of the classes are in the English bucket, right? They're in the English course catalog. However, the other 2 certificates combine English classes with classes that are interdisciplinary. So let me talk about the one called Writing in the Workplace. That's one that was designed more specifically for business or communication students, or students who are interested in management, HR, that kind of stuff. If you're a business major, you've probably already taken the business course or courses. The third one is professional writing and design. This was designed for students who are going to be in programs or in careers where they are, the kind of silly way to say it is they want to make cool stuff. And by that I mean texts that are visual and verbal. So you are interested in game design, you're interested in art, you're interested in graphic design, you're interested in film production. That one, there are a couple of English classes, and then all the rest come from communication, art, There's a business class in the list of possible courses. Should also say that Spanish for the professions is in both of them, because that's a great skill to build on. Let me say one other thing about the kind of student that we're hoping to attract is that these certificates are also open to what we call non-degree seeking students. It might be you're out in the workforce, but you feel like you might get a pay bump if you have this certificate, or it's a way to build your resume. So open to just about anyone.
How flexible is this program for students with a heavy course load?
Pretty flexible depending on which one you pick, and again, a little bit of planning.
What is your long-term hope for students that complete this?
What we hope for these students is that they will be better writers and learners. We know that part, but we also hope that the folks who are going to hire them realize that they're getting these folks who are coming already prepared with extra skills that sort of set them above the competition.
Well, it was nice having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
In recent events, there have been reports of mistreatment of service dogs on campus. This is a public service announcement to advise other students of the appropriate behavior and etiquette of interacting with service animals. If you see a dog wearing a service vest or harness, please do not talk, feed, touch, or otherwise distract the dog. Service dogs are individually trained to perform specific tasks or working for people with disabilities and certain conditions. In West Virginia, it is a misdemeanor to interfere with a service animal. This can include blocking or harassing a service animal, inciting your own animal to harass a service animal, denying a service animal admittance to a place of public accommodation, and willfully jeopardizing the safety of the service animal or its handler. Not to mention, you may be endangering someone's life by interfering with their service animal. What if I told you you could avoid paying outrageous medical bills for a simple checkup or a therapy appointment? Well, Shepherd has a free medical center that any students can use. Just make sure you book an appointment beforehand. The forms to do so can be found on Shepherd's website. Health center appointment forms are found under the Health Center tab, and the counseling appointment forms are found under the Counseling Services. After you fill out the form, go to Gardner Hall for your appointment. Make sure you don't act like this guy. Shepherd University has increased its punishments and regulations for hazing. The anti-hazing policy states, Shepherd University unconditionally opposes any action or situation created, intentionally or unintentionally, whether on or off premises, owned or leased by the organization, which has the effect of producing psychological or physical discomfort, embarrassment, harassment, or ridicule. If you are found guilty of hazing, you may lose the privilege of participating in university-led organizations. Your organization may be barred from using university spaces for meetings or activities, and you may even be suspended or expelled. The bottom line, don't do anything Mr. Rogers wouldn't approve of.
Hello, my ramblings. I've heard this week some of you've had a very special birthday, so I'm here to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Solace Goodwin, Louetta Sipp, Patrick Hunter Wilson, Katie Christ, and to you, Leia says happy birthday and a very special birthday to Wonka. Lenka says to you, happy birthday, Chud, and go f*** yourself. If you want your friends or family to have their very special day announced for all to hear, make sure to scan the QR code on the posters found around campus for the special day.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember to ask your advisor about the English certificate program if you're interested, and be respectful to all people and animals on campus. Have a good day, and I'll see you next week. This was Shep News.